Well, hello, everyone. I wanted to take a moment today just to share with all of our fellow CPG founders a little bit of what Cabanish is doing in relation to how we've sorted out what we think is going to be our wholesale solution. So I'm going to share right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first start by sharing that we are on a Shopify platform. The Shopify platform that we've chosen has been working fairly effectively for us so far. And as you can see, we are an Indigenous and women-led coffee and tea company. Now, many of you also know me, and the purpose of me setting up this particular presentation actually has to do with Equo. And we really want to be able to share tips and thoughts and what's happening in relation to all sorts of different topics and solutions that are going to be important for other CPG founders. So, with that Equo hat in mind, want to share what we've done that's going to allow us to have a much more integrated solution for our wholesale opportunities, whether it's retail or spas or one-off wholesale purchases, etc. So the starting point is we set up a wholesale registration on our website where you can request a wholesale account. And this is very, very simple. You just fill in a little bit of info, first name, last name, email, company, phone number, website, set up the password, tell a little bit about yourself, and then shipping, address, etc. Once that has been submitted, what ends up happening is we go into a back end of wholesale all-in-one. Now, we looked at a whole host, literally, of solutions. There was a roster that we went through, probably about 10. And we're not advocating for any one necessarily. What I can share with you, though, is what we did and why wholesale all-in-one was working for us. And I'll walk you through how that worked. Now, one of the starting points about wholesale all-in-one, to get it set up, we did have to work with their team. It was part of the cost of wholesale all-in-one. And how it would work is, as you can see when you go into the dashboard, you could go into and set up wholesale pricing, and wholesale pricing is your overall product discounts. And what you can do here is you can set up specific products, you can set up collections, you can set up the entire store. What we did is we did specific products and we did tag based. We did wholesaler A, wholesaler B, and wholesaler C. What that allowed us to do was to input all of our various products, and we set up wholesaler A at 35% off, wholesaler B at 30% off, wholesaler C at 20% off. Now, you could vary some of those descriptions, and we did that in the case of our Unity box because we're often using other external Indigenous entrepreneurs and companies as part of our Unity box. So we couldn't go to that same full amount because we don't get the same discounts when it comes down to working with some of our fellow Indigenous companies. So in this instance, we did a maximum of 25% for wholesaler A, and for B and C, we did 20%. Now, you can also set things up so that they're volume discount pricing. So you can literally tier specific numbers based on how many products that they buy that they can get an additional discount. This is just us starting to play around. How that then works now is when a customer fills in that registration form, they're going to go to manage customers. And now you can see here, we have approved customers, rejected customers, and pending approvals. So for pending approvals, we have a test team, and actually this is a new individual here. So I'm going to go into that later. So this is good. People are actually registering. So that's exciting. What you end up doing when you go to review and approve, you can look through, you'll see all the information that they've filled in. This was just a test. You enter wholesaler A, wholesaler B, wholesaler C, and approved customer. They then get an email notifying them that they're approved and they're now in business. Now, what ends up happening is when they come back to the Cabanish website, what ends up happening, and I'm going to actually just share one more time here. When you're not signed in, for example, what you're going to be seeing is your typical website. So in this instance, you can go through and you're going to see, for instance, Humility. Our Tea Lovers bundle has a natural discount, but our regular pricing is, for instance, on teas, $9.77. Now, once you've signed in as a wholesaler, our website, the entire website, as long as you've indicated all of the different products are applicable, when you now go in, what you're now going to see is it goes from $9.77 to the discounted wholesale rate. And what we did was under our view all, we also added discounts to our 6 unit boxes, which is a bit more retail specific. So as they go through, they can add all of these products that they want to have. That just gets set up as a regular order and gets submitted to us. And it's that simple. But what's amazing is we literally now can set up everything from our teas, our coffees, right through to some of our other ancillary products, such as our Zabaticon maple syrup, because we do like to support other Indigenous companies as well. So hopefully this has been useful. Again, if you're on Shopify, look for wholesale all in one. This will give you basically your app that you just set up. Once you go through and you work with their systems, you can modify it based on what your own unique needs are. So hopefully this was useful for everybody. If you are a CPG business, I really want to encourage you to join Equo at equoshift.com and be part of the community that we're building. It's all about providing resources, tools, experts, knowledge, and general support for fellow CPG entrepreneurs. And anybody involved in the CPG community is welcome.